Every good thing in this world started with a dream, so you hold on to yours. This is my favorite quote from the Wonka movie that came out in 2023, and since then I had wanted to use it as a theme in my bullet journal. From the musical genre, director Paul King did an excellent job. He was the first to get permission to create something outside of Roald Dahl's original books. So he wrote the story of the famous character Willy Wonka in what would have been his life before having the chocolate factory. The cast could not have been more perfect. Timothée Chalamet really did an excellent job embodying the humble chocolatier who pursues his dreams until he achieves them. He often looks a lot like actor Gene Wilder, who in 1971 was the first Willy Wonka on the big screen, and everyone fell in love with him. In my personal opinion, that first film, and even Tim Burton's adaptation from 2005, have extremely unnecessary scenes of horror. So I was pleased that this last movie adhered to the essence of the original book and presented Willy as a normal young man who had a beautiful childhood next to his mother, who is a central character as the motor to achieve his dreams. As you can see, for the cover I was inspired by a course by Elaine Lee. She is an artist that I have been following since I started bullet journaling, and I love her style. I am going to leave her information below. Her illustrative people course is wonderful. With a super relaxed and non-realistic style, it is not complicated, and it is very good practice to start drawing the human body. The first part focuses on drawing tiny people, and that's exactly what I did on this page. For this technique, it was easier to use colored pencils because a sharp tip turned out to be essential to make all these mini details of the little people who are an inch tall. I wanted to draw the good characters of the movie. Willy Wonka, his mom, the Oompa Loompa, and by the way, I loved Hugh Grant in this role, and also draw everyone who helps him in his adventure. While I was editing, I realized that I forgot one character. Lottie Bell, who ironically is so quiet that she almost goes unnoticed. But hey, I can always add her later. And here I am drawing Noodle, my favorite character after Willy. The friendship that is formed between the two helps both of them grow as persons and not to lose hope. It's really sad that Noodle only exists in this adaptation and that we no longer know about her. I like to think that she obviously went on with her life, but behind the scenes, she's still a very close friend of Willy Wonka. The director thought that the way in which his film would be set in 1948 was perfect to transition to the Wonka of the 70s. This is because in the late 40s, the society was a little rigid, and they needed the massive explosion of Willy with his futuristic and technicolor vision that is reflected in his innovative chocolates, filled with exotic flavors that overshadow the traditional chocolate of the time. And the final touch was the phrase which I used in the introduction of this video. There is nothing like the advice that our parents give us, and this simple phrase makes a deep impression in the person that Willy would become. Every good thing in this world started with a dream, so you hold on to yours. It is in fact a phrase to put on our wall, on our vision board, or in our journal. Talking not only about things, but about good things, gives it a different approach in which one fights not for a selfish dream, but for something that benefits others, and that is what we see Willy do in his fight to succeed. He focuses on helping others despite the obstacles and without losing the good attitude. That is something that I loved about the character, and I think that that is the essence of Roald Dahl's original Wonka. This last film definitely pays tribute to that human part that defines Willy Wonka, and that is the basis for his decision making. The lesson is clear: if we think of others before ourselves, we will be happier doing good things for them. In preparation for the subject, I watched the 3 movies while I sketched. The first in the 70s was a masterpiece for the time, and when you see it again nowadays, you realize that modern technology obviously beats it in colors, definition, and special effects. The second one has all of this, but Tim Burton mainly used cool colors. and this results, in my opinion, in a sort of stressful environment. So something that I really appreciated about this last movie is the way they used color. You can see a much warmer atmosphere, with vivid and playful tones that harmonize with the theme of chocolates and sweets. So I also wanted to use that range, but in pastel tones. If you have been following me for a long time, you know that bright colors are not my thing. Something that I like to see in the behind the scenes is that the director wanted to focus on the origin of Willie's attraction for flavors, that his childhood was marked by that warmth from home, in which food reminds us of the unconditional love of our mothers, and that particular flavor can transport us to that time of affection and total security. That is something that we will carry with us throughout our lives. So much so in the case of Willie that he makes it his mission to find the best flavors of the planet touring the 7 seas and their continents. And it is right after this trip around the world that this film begins, in which we find a Wonka ready to undertake the business of his dreams, intensely inspired by the variety of aromas and flavors that he carries in his enviable portable factory, and totally clueless to the adventure that is waiting for him in this new destination. Finally, I have to say that I am usually not a fan of musicals, but this is one of the few exceptions. The music is tremendously beautiful, and the lyrics are super cheerful and positive. And speaking of melodies, here I will leave you with the background music so that you can enjoy the rest of the setup. And here is the final flip through of this theme with which I close 2024. If you haven't seen any of the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory movies, or if you want to rewatch them, I recommend that you first watch Wonka, then read the book, and then watch the 1971 and the 2005 movies in that order. I would love to know what you think of all the versions that they have made, and if, like me, you think that this last one is the one that is most loyal to the original character created by Roald Dahl. I really appreciate the comments and all the great support, and so as usual, thank you so much for watching.